Hello. Good afternoon, everyone. Can everyone hear me well? Yes? How's everyone doing? Good? Let's hear. Come on. Woo! Okay. All right. I think most of you know me from the pre-programs last week. My name is Elisa Ruiz, and I'm the Associate Director for the School of Science and Technology. It is a pleasure to officially welcome you all to the opening ceremony for your Masters, both the Master in Business Analytics and Data Science and the Master in Computer Science and Business Technology. We're going to hear from some amazing speakers today. You're going to hear from the Dean and Vice Dean of the school, the Admissions Department, the Careers team, and of course, from one of your own. We have an alumni that graduated last year, well, this year actually in July, from the Master in Business Analytics and Data Science to give you guys some tips for this year. After the ceremony, we're going to have a fun team building activity. You see that you have all instruments. We're going to play some music. And then we're finishing it all off with some pictures and cocktail at the end. So without further ado, let's welcome to the stage the Dean of the School of Science and Technology, Ikhlaq Sidhu.
Okay, well, welcome everyone. It's a big day, right? Beginning of classes. It's kind of like a bit of a chapter, like next chapter in everyone's lives. Not necessarily in mine, but for everyone who's coming here new. And as introduced, I guess, I'm the Dean of the School of Science and Technology. I should mention, I guess, I've been a professor at Berkeley before here for like 18 years or so. I've been here 3 years, and I'll just say we've done a lot in 3 years, and I want to tell you about that a little bit. But just starting with, you're part of, within these two master's programs, you're part of the School of Science and Technology, which we're making to be one that's very entrepreneurial, very international, and very industry connected. And so you'll see that like all the way through. That's a characteristic of what we're building. And I think it's a really good time to be either upgrading or transitioning into these technical topics, both on the data science and the computer science side. You're just starting here. It's like day one. You're like, I'm ready to give you advice. You're just thinking, where am I and what's about to happen? We're trying to find a middle ground between those two. I will say, this is a good time to, make new friends. It's a good time to build your project portfolio, which means, do the things in your classes, but it's also a time where any project that you can do on your, not just by yourself, but on your own, that you chose to do it. Things you can talk about when you interview, things that are closer to you, things that are, personal to you, natural to you. Whether that's writing code or throwing an event or whatever, do those extra things. And definitely, as you meet everyone, I would say really help other people, because as you help other people, that's how you build the connections that you're going to want and need over a really long period of time. It's one thing to bump into people and say, hi, it's nice to meet you, but the more you help other people, those connections, they really last. Okay, so you could probably hear that from me again or whatever. You're welcome to come and chat with me at any time. There's a couple things I want to say about the school also. One is, we've been building a new polytechnique, which is turning into a full engineering school. And I mean, this is a really big evolution that's happening here. I'm excited that you're part of it. I want to congratulate you for being part of it, in the beginning here. I would go as far as to say that this is probably the fastest growing technology school in the world right now. like we haven't really started to tell anyone that, but we've observed ourselves that 3 years ago we were around 800 students and we're around 1,400 now, just as an example. So it's a pretty like high pace of growing this new school. We're also at least 3 times bigger in terms of research faculty and in terms of research funding. We probably have more research funding in this school now than, this is just a guess, and I don't know who's going to attack me later for this, but than all the other schools combined, just as a like starting point. So we're really doing a lot. We're really happy that you're here, that you're beginning this new chapter here. We want to basically do this with you. So I think congratulations to you. I'm happy to be opening this. And by the way, I'm opening it on behalf of a lot of really capable, qualified people. Our vice deans who are here, Guillermo, I can see. If there's other vice deans, I don't know. But Guillermo is your vice dean for these programs. Patricia's here, who is heading all the student services and operations, and really a fantastic staff, and academic directors for all the sub-areas. So I'm going to turn it not quite over to, but as a next step, you're going to meet them all, and welcome. Welcome to, I don't know, day 0 or day 1, depending on if you're a computer scientist, at IE. All right, thank you.
How was that welcome, guys? Woo! All right. So let's continue with our Vice Dean of the School of Science and Technology, Guillermo de Haro.
Hi, hello. Thanks, Elisa. Thanks, Dean Iclac. Hello, everybody. Happy to see you here. A lot of new faces, a lot of excitement. And here we go. First of all, I would like to begin explaining you where I'm here today, instead of somebody else more interesting, like, for example, George Clooney. Basically, George doesn't have a doctorate. We have been telling him for ages. I know because I was working in the movies industry many years ago. But everything began when I studied engineering. I am a telco engineer. And at one moment in time, I was working at a consultancy firm. Everybody has something dark in their past. I was a consultant. And there, I discovered that I needed some extra knowledge. So several of my colleagues had studied at a place called Instituto de Empresa. After that, IE Business School. After that, IE University, where they had an amazing MBA. So 15th of January, year 2002, I was like you today, sitting there in my first day to begin my MBA, to be precise, 23 kilograms ago. Okay, here you will grow as a person, you will discover very soon, nights without sleep, weekends. And I love what I found here. I love the way of teaching, the way of learning. I come from an engineering when everybody was just set up that you needed to find a solution, and suddenly there was not a single solution. There was many ways to solve the problems. You need to work with other people. You need to learn through a specific process. And suddenly this just opened my mind. I love the case studies. I wrote several case studies, and in fact, I won awards with case studies that I wrote. I created apps and games to support case studies, an app you cannot refuse. And in fact, I love so much writing that I began here with my first book, called Leone Business School, which is mandatory for all of you to read for the... And on top of that, I have been writing and researching, well, that's what led to my doctorate. In fact, I have 2 doctorates, the typical second doctorate that you do just in case. It happens to everybody. More reasons why I'm here. One of the reasons is our dean, Iclac Sidhu. How many of you knew Iclac Sidhu before he introduced himself? Please raise your hand, everybody. Anybody that knew about Iclac Sidhu? I see 1 hand over there, 2, 3 hands. Okay. I don't know why you know him. Not many people doesn't know him. For the people that didn't knew about Iclac before coming, maybe we can help you have a better overview. Have you ever heard about the internet? Have you ever connected? Maybe? Yeah? Okay, well, if you visit one day his office, there are a lot of patents, and one of the patents is the patent for the dynamic IPs. Another one is for the audio and video over IP networks, and up to 75 like this, okay? So, well, when I was studying engineering, we were encountering in the 90s, okay, the IP addresses, we're going to run out of addresses on the internet. What are we going to do? Okay, there is a guy over there in California that solved that. And then I have to study his papers. Now I work with him, so that's amazing. More things that I'm here. I love education, I love teaching, I love creating programs, and in the last year with an amazing team, we have been creating several programs, improving them, including many things. And the next one that is going to come is the Master in Financial Technology that will begin September 26 with the idea of preparing the new generation of people in this industry that is also being dramatically changed by the technologies you're going to be working with during this year. I love the values of this institution. It's not just an entrepreneurial institution because it said it was created by an entrepreneur, and in the last years I have seen and discovered, and you're going to discover also all the possibilities. In fact, spoiler alert, you will have very soon the Tech Venture Bootcamp. So be prepared, even if you have just landed, there is a Tech Venture competition. In 2 weeks, you will be learning a technology, and you will have the possibility to present in front of a group of investors your MVP, a pilot that fully works, working among yourselves or working with people from other schools, because we'll have people from the business school, marketing, law, people from all over the university. So be prepared, because in a couple of weeks that will be launched, and you are more than invited, mostly because the undergraduate students every year are a serious contender, okay? So I want the masters to win. The humanities are embedded everywhere. My last book, have I ever talked to you about my book? I came here to talk about my books. It's about the Stoic philosophy, and you will discover also, I think you already had some sessions on humanities for AI with Felix, and you will have also an elective with him, those of you that are interested on Ars Technica, and how the technology has reshaped humanity during its evolution. Of course, you can look around and discover the diversity of the programs we have. This is like the United Nations. We have people from many different nationalities with completely different culture, mindset, experiences, and you're going to be working together in groups, in different groups that are going to change in different projects in the year. So you're going to have friendships for life, you're going to have connections for the rest of your career, and this is also part of an amazing experience. And finally, of course, technology, innovation, and also the possibility to create. I mean, this is a place to say, why not? I wrote case studies because I love them so much that I went to one professor and said, I want to do a case study. And nobody said, oh, no, that's not what the students do. I said, why not? Let's go. Let's do it. Let's write one and then another. And then, so whatever comes to your mind that you would like to try, go to your professors, your academic directors, come to me, and yeah, let's see if we can do it. Why not? That's what we're here for. Probably all of you, in many videos on the internet, you have discovered, I like this particularly, I mean, this Did You Know series is 5 minutes where you have a lot of data normally and a structure where you can get a perspective of what is going on out there. And yeah, the world is changing, technologies, business models, economics, geopolitics, and also data. And we have shaped the program, either the Master in Computer Science and the Master in Business Analytics, that try to address how to be prepared to compete in that environment. Now you are, after the pre-program and the orientation week that is beginning, just landing on the institution to understand what you need to go on with the rest of the program. You will have 3 terms, 3 clear terms. One more or less goes to Christmas, the other one goes to Easter, and the other one goes to the holidays mid-July. The first one is the foundations. You will have core courses to learn the basic knowledge that you need. Some of you that already come with a little bit of that knowledge, well, you will find that there the value, the learning is more on how to work with my classmates, how to raise the level of my class, how to leverage on all the other opportunities that we have around. Important are the professional certifications. In many industries, you will discover that they are differential. 69% of the people that work in technical positions, they don't work in technical industries or technical companies. So the human resources department, they don't know very well how to process in the assessments that knowledge. So they rely a lot on certifications. Be the ones interested in that, be aware that we have a lot of possibilities here. The leadership skills are super important and sometimes are differential. I mean, technical skills are key in many aspects, but at the end of the day, you're going to be working in a group, you're going to be working in a company, you're going to be working in the same place or telework, and this implies dealing with humans. I know that computers are easier, but humans are mandatory, okay? That's part of your core course. And of course, we have here Claudia, and we have a team of career that probably is one of the big assets of our institution because they begin working with you the same moment that you decide to join the AI family. And they will be with you in this journey, learning what are you interested in, what are your assets, what do you want to go, and helping you during the program and after the program to advance in your career. We have more than 120 clubs. We create new clubs every year also. Why not? So take a look at all those extra activities if you're interested in something specific that you can find in the clubs. And in the core courses, I think you have an idea more or less of your program. After the first term of the foundations, you will advance in many of the areas that you know. You will work with new areas. You will apply what you are learning in the first and second term in the datathon, which is mandatory for all of you. And that's like the first test of what a real project is going to be. When you do the capstone project, the impact project in term 3, you have already gone through the datathon, which is very similar in term 2. So the next time you do that type of project, it will be the third time in your career that you do it. And of course, we'll have a portfolio of electives. You have the possibility to do exchanges. We have internships in several companies. And if there is something that you would like to do that is not here, again, tell us and we will try to do it. Let's see if we can or not, but why not? Let's try. You will have a diverse faculty with several people from companies that are working nowadays on the hot topics that are relevant for society and for the industry. Maite Ballestars is head of analytical consultants at Google, and she's working with us every year in the datathon. In the master in business analytics, some of you will have Juan José Casado, who is the chief officer of Resol. He was the founding academic director of the program. Luis Reina, Chief Technology Officer at AI IBM. I think that you got a hint the other day also about what IBM is doing with Ismael Faro. Yeah, I see several faces that I saw the other day, and several faces that remain at the end making questions. Well, you have Michele, for example, as he works at Zurich Insurance. Daijin Lee is one of our full-time professors. I hate him deeply. As you can see, he's from Bilbao, and he works for Athletic of Bilbao in injury prevention and performance with data and analytics. He was invited by the team to the final of the cup. He was there with the players. He has a picture with the cup. He did not invite me. That's not acceptable. And there are some specializations, some concentrations that you will find, like, for example, healthcare, which is an industry that is growing a lot. We have faculty like Fernando Gordo, that those of you with a master in computer science will enjoy for sure, that come from an industry that is growing, that have amazing opportunities and where you're changing the life of people. So we try as always to promote the possibilities of healthcare with some of our adjunct faculty. You will have the possibility to get the certification from Amazon Web Services. We will have people from Amazon. They are in the building over there helping us and working with you. You have Borja, which is also an alumni of the Master in Computer Science and Business Technology. And we like to have talent also coming back home to teach. And well, Hin from Intel, she teaches computer vision. Terremoto Conchi, she is responsible of teaching AI and machine learning for Google. Global level. Well, many of them you will enjoy one way or the other. As I said, we have several certifications. If you are interested in a certification and it's not here, tell us, why not? Many of them are focused on the different positions that you may be mostly interested when you finish the program. And also we have an agreement, and we are an official center for some of the certifications that you can see. The model will be self-paced courses that you can do on your own, normally for the most basic ones, and you will have this information during the term one. Then you will discover that there are some courses that have embedded sessions to prepare the certifications. There's going to be explicit electives that are linked to a topic and a certification. It's not mandatory, but will be very helpful to achieve more advanced certifications. For example, we go to the 10 sessions of the basic certification of our Amazon Web Services practitioner. Then I want to go for the advanced. There is an elective that will help you with that. Here you have some of them, including project management, etc. We have agreements with several institutions, and every year we try to include them, as I said, either because some of you are interested in, either because some of the negotiations that we have in place landed, but of course with our cousins from Pioneer College, we have an agreement to do the electives period, the term 3 over there. Singapore Management University, we have already a couple of students that have only the last year. They enjoyed a very nice experience. Central Europe University here, Porto Business School, and we have some other opportunities that are opening and going during the year, London Business School, etc. We will address in the term 2 for those of you that are interested in this possibility. Well, the Immersion Week is also one of the experiences that everybody remember after the years. Since 2 years ago, and thanks to our dean, we have the possibility to visit Berkeley, to visit San Francisco. We can have a course there focused on entrepreneurship and the most advanced technologies that they are enjoying in the Valley. And also we have the possibility to engage with alumni from IE and to visit local companies. We have made visits like Microsoft, Google, the Tesla manufacturing plant, etc. And also some of the possibilities you have here, like for example with BMC Software, which is an American company, they have the headquarters over there. And for what I know, we're working with Conchi on another visit to the Googleplex for the students that enroll in that visit. There will be other opportunities. Every year there is also the chance to go to a European destination. I think it's Dublin. I'm not so sure about that. Dublin was last year for sure. But normally these activities help increase your network and also enjoy a little bit between term 2 and term 3. Well, the impact project is also an opportunity to be higher. Most of the things that I have explained have ended for several students in an employability opportunity. And the impact project can be a corporate project, a real project from a company where they have a challenge that you must solve in groups for a couple of months at the end of your program. And normally we have diverse companies from industrial companies, consultancy, technological companies, startups, or NGOs. Then you have the possibility to create a venture project. I mean, to create a prototype, a company, based on what you have learned in the program. Of course, we're not going to grade the entrepreneurial part of the process. To cover that, we have other alternatives, like, for example, participating in the Tech Venture Bootcamp, doing the Venture Lab, being a dual student, or having experience in entrepreneurship. But that's another alternative. And for those of you that may be interested in a career path, and we are launching a PhD in computer science and engineering very soon, you also have the chance to do a research project with an academic tutor. So the 3 alternatives will be open for you depending on what you prefer. Here you have examples of some of the companies that during the last years have been participating with us with different types of projects, from computer vision to customers clustering, supply chain, etc. Every year, around 20% of our students make an internship. So in the last term, you must select 5 electives or an internship and 3 electives. And the internship is a real project in a real company. Normally, you work around 4 hours per day, 4 days per week. You will have a tutor in the company. And again, it's also one of the biggest opportunities to obtain a job opportunity. I think that first was Celonis, and then the biggest employer is BMC Software, who is, in the last years, hiring a lot of students and offering several internship opportunities in the area of tech sales, tech consulting, but also in areas related with agentic AI and cloud. So it's a quite diverse company with many different companies like Inditex or Bank of America with positions all over the world. And it's one of these type of training companies where you can learn a lot while you're working. The mentorship program that is run by Raquel, Academic Director of the Master in Business Analytics, is another of the great ideas that our dean brought from Berkeley. And he generously opened his network to all of us. 70 professionals from all over the world joined the Global Mentor Network, and it has been growing during the last years. I don't know if it's one of the reasons why you decided to come here, but all of you that want can apply for the mentorship and have a mentor from the industry or the type of company you would like to go to when you finish, and they will help you during the program, term 2, term 3, to be prepared and to focus your career. And for our female students, we have a very specific program with a group of mentors to help you avoid any problem with the salary gap, any problem with the companies that consider that salaries should not be the same. And we have some cases that when the moment comes and you have the info session, Raquel will explain you. But we have studies and we have people trained to help you prepare any unexpected answer or any unexpected offer so you can get a fair trade when you begin your career. So with all these elements, we try to build a datathon, and every year, twice per year, for you the most important one, the mandatory one, is going to be the one in February to April. You will have a challenge, a real challenge for a company. You will select the groups. That's the only moment where you can select the groups you're going to work with. And you will confront, on parallel with your machine learning and coding programs, a real challenge for a real company that you must solve and present. And on top of the academic part, there are very interesting prizes and sometimes the possibility of an unexpected surprise, like 2 years ago with Ryanair, where the winners went to Dublin invited by them and presented in front of the CEO and the board, and they were trained with the simulator. Or, other years, like the last year where we almost have all the students going to prison, because Repsol proposed a challenge on the problems on the grid when you have too many renewables. And 2 months after the challenge, we discovered that we had the same problem in Spain. So no, it was not us. We were just trying to analyze how to avoid it, not how to create it. This is also going to be part of a sustainability certificate for all of you. It's a micro-credential of 9 ECTS that is running in parallel on top of the program. And again, with the info session, that is one of the things that you're going to hear a lot these days. You will very soon discover about that. For those students that have a bigger technical background and more engagement, so we need the two things, technically savvy, but also a lot of engagement and a demonstration that you are this type of team worker that helps your classmates and help the learning process flow. We have created Advanced Tech track. And by recommendation of the professors, the academic director, and taking into account also the GPA in some selected courses and the engagement in the extra activities, we will select the members of this track that will have extra session and extra activities to learn some other specific things. The Tech Venture Bootcamp, as explained before, you will get information very soon, but it's beginning in October. And this year, for 2 weeks, you will solve, it's Ripple, I think. It's a challenge from Ripple with the technology of Ripple. So if you like virtual assets, you will for sure enjoy it. Well, the Impact Accelerator is one of the creations in the last 3 years. It's the research area where you will have also a lot of opportunities with gateway programs. So those of you that are interested in research, in participating in real projects, we have partnered with GlaxoSmithKline, GSK, we have partnered with Ripple for virtual assets, and we're working with many other companies on creating a specific research projects that solve a specific current challenges, where also you can work and participate at many different levels. And this is what makes the most complete program in the world. This was our strategy for 3 years, and we try to create the programs where you can have the biggest opportunities to design the best journey towards your next step in your career. You will find more information in the student guide. And keep in mind when you prepare your classes and you use any tool to present the deliverables, what Abraham Lincoln said, do not believe everything that you read on the internet, okay? So critical thinking begins here. You're going to be able to use a lot of tools, but use them wisely. Said this, Now you are in the honeymoon, preparing for the batucada. Very soon with the onboarding, you're beginning to see that some things maybe were not as expected, and maybe some things are a little more complicated. Maybe I need to work a little more than I should or I want. Then the reality check slaps us in our face. It happens to everybody. Okay? So you're going to readjust your time frame, your working capabilities, your priorities. I think I'm not the first one to say that, but I remember when I made my program, there are 3 things in life: social life, studying, sleeping. Choose 2. Then there is a moment when your brain makes click, and suddenly following the rhythm is not so complicated. Working with my teammates is beginning to be very easy. Things are flowing. I can solve problems that I could never imagine before. I know how to do things and understand things that I have not worked on before. And I begin thinking about what's next. I begin thinking about what I'm going to do, being a member of the I family, being an alumni, searching for my next step in this country or another country, and becoming part of one of the biggest networks, 85,000 alumni and growing. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Guillermo. So we just learned a lot about the school. Now let's learn about yourselves. Please welcome Junior Manager from the Admissions Department, Georgi Obnakov.
Good afternoon, ladies and gents. Well, hey guys, I know most of you anyway, so hope everyone's doing okay. My name is Georgi Opnakov. I'm the junior manager of admissions team, and just like Guillermo, I'll tell you why I'm here, because our senior manager is on leave, and I gotta do it. Anyway, so I'm here, as I mentioned, to tell you a little bit more about yourself. So Guillermo very eloquently put how the program is structured and all the opportunities, well, majority of them, because we do have a lot available. Anyway, so, clickers over here. All right, so I'm happy to be probably the 20th person today to tell you welcome to the School of Science and Technology and I University in general. I'm way over happy today because for the first time we are welcoming such a large class. And just to give you a bit of an example, last year we opened up dating with 120 students and now we have 170. So it's absolutely awesome growth. And first off, I'd like to give a shout out to my team and to all the academic people around here and everybody who has facilitated your journey to end up here. Anyway, now, Master in Business Analytics and Data Science, Computer Science Business Tech, oh, that's 170. We had 1% enroll on Saturday, if you can believe it. Anyway, so first off, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the admissions team, because your future will have you working with the academics team and you won't be seeing us guys anymore. Anyway, so we have Ms. Patricia Bonilla, the senior manager of our team, who's currently not here, so I'm covering for her. Myself wearing the same blazer, because it's my favorite, and one of 2 I own. And Mr. Tulio Rivero, who couldn't make it. Right now, he is assisting on our team. Our program specialist, Pilar Talavera, and senior coordinator, followed by my good friend and admissions advisor, Nicolas Grande. On the GR side, we have Maria Luisa Romero, helped by Alvaro Marin and Maria Farcon, facilitating the global recruitment services that I'm pretty sure you've known at least a few of these guys, or all of us. Anyway, so who are you going to be sharing the next 11 months with, and who are you sitting next to, basically? Let's look at some numbers. Starting with Business Analytics and Data Science, unfortunately, our gender equality is slightly unequal. However, we're hoping that will increase in future years. 70% with male, 30% female students, average age being 24, and average work experience being 2.4 years. Here's a bit of a breakdown of the skill set that you guys are bringing to the table. Now, as you can see, the biggest representation for this class is from business. This indicates a lot of people looking to pivot in their career or improve their skills and become a more valuable asset for their organizations, and then begin from there. Followed closely by economics, and as a close third, engineering. Now, this is also good because typically engineering students have experience and a little knowledge of coding, or a lot, depending on their specialty. And then on the right-hand side, you can see the professional background that are represented in this room. Now, one of the main, the main benefit of us not having prerequisites for this program is that we get this amazing set of skills. We don't have a room of 170 people with identical skills that are just kind of bouncing off of each other. All of you guys are bringing this to the table, and when it comes time to identify, build, and deploy solutions, this sum of skills will be absolutely important to achieve that. Here's a little bit about how more or less the representation for countries goes across the map. As you can see, we have a quite good spread across Europe and the Americas. We're hoping to be able to manage to attract some more students from the countries that are not lit up at the moment. And moving on to computer science and business tech, 63% male and 37 female, so we're doing a little bit better over here. 25 average age and 4 years of professional experience. Here's a bit more about how that map is looking like. 26 represents nationalities, indicates for 26 different cultures coming together and exploring solutions and challenges in their way as a group. Here's the set of skills that presented in the computer science class. We're seeing a pretty similar trend with business in the front, engineering as close second, and a compilation of social sciences afterwards, sorry. And on the right-hand side, again, the professional background that this is put into the table. Where's this map? Why am I keep showing you maps? This is the last one I'm going to show, I promise. This is the map of intake fall 2025. All these students are beginning the same journey that you are beginning right now. Well, in different schools, obviously. Anyway, so this is the compilation and the coverage we have across the world just with this intake. IE prides itself on being an international institution. We're over 80% diverse, which means for 80% of difference between each other in, at the same time, likenesses in what has brought us all here together today. So this is a small snippet of the network you're walking into. Your future, maybe business partners, your mentors, maybe you'll be mentoring some of them, etc. Go ahead, check a look at some of the companies that represented this intake. You'll see some very big names, some very easily recognizable, and some not so recognizable. Why did I decide to include some smaller ones? Because IE, although we are going to polytechnical direction, entrepreneurship is very important for us. And we foster it with every lab, every partnership, and every deal that we make with partners for mutual benefits. Now, we work with the small startups because we know that small ideas need support to become great ventures. And I'm going to continue with some personal advice from my side. Be open-minded. Now, this goes without saying, obviously, but however, this is more into the technical aspect in being able to think in diverse, maybe architectures or even programming languages that you might need to leverage during your time with us. Of course, be open to hearing others' ideas, and when working in a team, of course, as always, if somebody shows drive and you can learn from them, let them be the leader. That way, the next time you can be more specialized. Anyway, building a network, this goes without saying. As I mentioned before, networking is one of our main pillars here in IE, and it's not because it's good for SEO, which also is good, but because it's the core of who we are. We are a group of like-minded individuals who are looking to make the most of their future. So make sure you leverage this network, and once you become alumni of IE University, you also become a part of a very, very strong network that is quite active in your respective countries, for example. And the third one, again, seems quite obvious, but it's so obvious that we sometimes forget about it. 11 months is not a very long time, and with all the things and possibilities and opportunities that you guys are going to have, this time will fly by. So make sure to enjoy as much as you can, and while doing the most of your work and projects, make sure to take part in the clubs, as Guillermo mentioned. Make sure to do some community outreach, speak to our careers department. Make sure to enjoy everything or as much as possible that IE has. And I don't know if any of you know, but the IE Connect application is your absolute kind of way to track the events happening across the institution, as it's a very large institution. And some advice on the lighthearted side. First rule programming, if it works, don't touch it. obviously joking, but if something is working already, don't over-focus on it. Maybe if you want to optimize, obviously you will, but maybe to work on a different part, come back to it and continue. Second rule, always code in dark mode because light attracts bugs. And most importantly, don't burn out. Again, something that seems very obvious, but the people in this classroom, in this room, that have experience or have any knowledge of coding or programming, etc., will know that you can spend a good few hours banging your head against the wall, wondering why your code isn't working or compiling or whatever. So take a breather, speak to your colleagues, to your classmates, to your group mates, explore bounce off some ideas for them, and don't forget, teamwork makes the dream work. Anyway, so thank you very much for your time. It's been a pleasure, and I will see you here for cocktails.
Thank you very much, Georgie. So now let's continue with someone that is going to become very, very close to you. Please welcome Associate Director from the Talent and Careers team, Claudia da Silva Santos.
Hi, everyone. Can you hear me? Yeah? Okay, perfect. So welcome to the SciTech School. I am very, very nervous and happy to be here today at the beginning of what will be an exciting journey for all of you. So in the next 11 months, you are not going only to be learning about technical skills or completing any projects. They will be all about transformation as well, about discovering who you are as professionals and about shaping the path that you want to follow after this program. So as said before, my name is Claudia da Silva, and I am one of your tech career advisors and the main point of contact between you, the SciTech School, and the Talent and Careers Department. So throughout this amazing year, or 11 months, you will be supported by me and a team of career advisors and specialized ones as well, that will help you in 3 main areas. First is advising. Through one-to-one and group sessions, we will have the opportunity to work with you on your career journey. We will guide you and mentor you as you reflect on your strengths, explore opportunities, and define your next steps. The second is career education. Through workshops and classes, we will provide you with the strategies and tools you need to represent yourself to the job market in the strongest way possible. And to finish, employer partnerships, which usually is one of the favorites. So we will bring companies to you and give you the opportunity to connect with employers, expand your network, and build professional relationships that can open doors in the future. But let's be clear about one point. Your career is actually in your hands. So we can walk with you, and we will, but we cannot walk for you. There are no shortcuts, and success actually requires time, requires energy, and a proactive attitude. Your dream job won't just land on your mailbox. So you need to go out there and make it happen. So I encourage you to collaborate, support each other, share your knowledge, because the strength of the community that you are joining today is very, very big, actually. For example, right now you are part of a vast global network. We have more than 80,000 alumni from more than 170 countries and nationalities. That's a powerful support system. Use it. Engage with them. Join events and reach out to everyone you can on LinkedIn in order to start making a strong network. In my experience, the more effort and enthusiasm students invest in their journey here, in terms of academic, professional, or socially skills, the stronger are their outcomes. This journey will demand effort, curiosity, and resilience. But you are not alone. We, at Talent and Careers, which I am representing today, will be right here to walk with you. So welcome again to the SciTech School. I am truly excited to meet each one of you and to work with each one of you alongside these 11 months. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Claudia. So now for our last speaker, let's hear from one of your own. Please welcome to the stage Isaac Chaljub, alumni from the MBDS September 24 intake.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for having me here. As Elisa said, I'm an alumni. I entered the MBDS Master last September, 2024 cohort. And well, I just want to tell you welcome to one of the best years of your life. So I want to do a quick introduction of what to expect in the Master. So, a little bit about me. My name is Isaac. I'm from Colombia. If you ever want to contact me, be more than welcome. And now, what to expect from the Masters. So on the technical side, you're going to be learning Python, SQL, NoSQL, Hadoop, all the tech stack you need. But also, IE does a well-structured focus on the non-technical side. So working in groups, this is one of the cornerstones of the university. And you will have to develop that because on a real case scenario, you will be working with different people from around the world and with different backgrounds. So it's very important to do that. And also leading and following. In some projects, in some classes, you will know more than your peers. In some others, you may not. So it's very important to know how to lead and how to follow other people. And for me, one of the most important ones is how to communicate to non-technical audiences. After the Master, you're all going to be very good at technical skills and understanding data and insights, but you will not always be working with technical people. And one of the most important skills is how to communicate with non-technical audiences to get your message across. But that's on the serious part. So now on the fun part, what to expect with your classmates. They're going to become your friends and very good friends. And honestly, when they told me that last year, my first reaction was, nah, that's only a little bit cringe, honestly. But no, it's true. Like after a year, I left with some of the closest friends I've ever made in my life. And it's only a year, and it will go by very fast, so make use of the time. A little bit of us. The first picture is at Warehouse, which will become like your second university after university, because yeah, of course. And some of the traditions we made, we went to Pamplona, San Fermin, so really use this year as much as you can. The Master is only as good as you make it, and IE has a ton of resources, but you need to go into them and you need to explore them. We have everything from participating in the Tech Venture Bootcamp, as Guillermo said. I saw you guys 180 to 6 days. When I participated last year, it was 3.5, so yeah, sleep is going to be way better this time. You can meet like-minded people in one of the many clubs. IE has the Big Data and AI Club, Dominican Republic Club. I mean, anything you want to do, you can do it at IE, so be sure to join one of them. And go on adventures. We have the IE Wellbeing and Sports Center, and they make tons of invitations to go to paddling or snowshoeing or whatever, so make use of them. What can you expect after graduating? I mean, honestly, it's good at the moment. I won't say you won't have to put effort because it is, as Claudia just said, you have to put from your side. But two things. First, IE has a ton of resources like Claudia and the Career Advisory Department, so be sure to use them. They will help you a lot with LinkedIn, with your profile, with CV, and with what you do after you graduate, like which career you want to take. So be sure to use them. And right now, for example, a data scientist and computer vision engineer at an agritech Spanish startup. And a lot of my friends have landed jobs either in BMC sales or pre-sales, something more technical. So there's something out for all of you guys. And thank you. If you want to connect, this is my LinkedIn. Just be sure to send me a message. We can grab a coffee or whatever you need. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Isaac. I think he's going to stay in the cocktail for a little bit. So if you want to ask him some questions, now it's the time. So we're done with the opening ceremony, but now let's have some fun. We have Guillermo Diaz from the Kaizen team to play some music. So come on to the stage. Thank you.
Gracias. Okay, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Guillermo, and I'm the director of one of the biggest batucada bands in Europe. We are more than 100 drummers playing together, and today I want to build a huge batucada band with all of you. So I'm going to ask you in the back rows, please stand up and come here to the first rows because we have